I'm Edward Pollard from the Discovery Programme. We are here in southern County Waterford at Ballynarrad on the Copper Coast to look at the Promontory fort of Illaunobrick, also known as Danes Island. Promontory Fort is a promontory that's been cut off by banks and ditches from the land behind. You sometimes get hut sites on the fort itself remaining where people would have lived, so it would have been a settlement site. From our work here in the fort, we've got some Iron Age dates, maybe in the 3rd century BC, all the way to the 1st century AD, but they also were used at least into the early medieval period as well. The Illaunobrick name is Island of the O'Bricks, which were an important family of the Disha who lived in this area from around the Iron Age into the early medieval period. This area is known as the Copper Coast. So there was a lot of copper mining as well as lead and silver, especially in this area here, which kind of tells you one of the reasons why the Iron Age and early medieval period people would have wanted to live in this area and even build their fort. So here you can see some of the mine shafts or adits in the cliff. This one at the bottom here has even collapsed more recently around it, so you can see the area. There's holes, and even behind me here we can see a collapsed mine itself leading in the direction of that here. So there's possibly quite a lot of the traditionally meant to be lead and silver mining in this area in the 18th and 19th centuries recorded, but it probably did extend much further back in time. This was an important area for these mineral resources. And you can see the importance of the area with the mining and the resources that would have been here, from the Copper Coast, and as well as the farm resources, the sea resources, and also the bird resources, the wildfowling that would have been occurring here. The promontory forts are so exposed to the marine elements, to the waves, to the sea, and the erosion. So we really need to kind of find out more about these areas. A lot of cliff collapse has been occurring. But more recently, for 2019, you can see the slumping there of that whole cliff. But we can even look at the older maps as well from the 19th century, and you can see that there used to be a bank and a ditch, which would be part of the promontory fort. It does suggest that at some point these islands were properly connected to the land behind them. Important information is collapsing into the sea here. We've been kind of looking at these forts around the coast of Ireland, and you also get them in Scotland, Wales, Cornwall, even Brittany and in northwest Spain. They tend to date more to the Iron Age, to the early medieval period of when they were inhabited and when they were in use. When we were looking at the erosion itself, we collected some soil samples, and the top layers did reveal a lot of lead within the soil itself, all within the area close to the fort, but in the fields landward there was very little. So it seemed to be there was a lot of perhaps even smelting as well and processing occurring, because we found quite high levels of sulfur as well.